bid the mob good day.
Well, we're here today. It was originally a silent vigil to show our opposition to the shooting of horses that's happening in the high country, in the national parks, in the high country of Australia. And they're being shot not only from the ground but also from helicopters. And we are dead against that. We are dead against the eradication of brumbies from the high country. We believe that they can be managed and controlled in a humane way. And that's why everyone was here today, to oppose the shooting of the horses and to try to suggest other ways of managing the brumby population humanely. Okay.
We're here today because we're in desperate need of support. Our government has been shooting unnecessarily wild horses, brumbies, that are part of our heritage up at the high country, and it's just cruel. It's actually really cruel because these horses have been around for centuries. If our horses go, where are we? What kind of a people and generation are we that we're killing in a terrible manner? And the government initially promised and agreed to support and to manage these brumbies, and they've gone back on their word. It's just, it's very, very disappointing, and it's not on. So please vote for the right people to save our horses. They could be a really great tourist attraction if it's done in the right way. So please get on board, everyone, and save our horses.
The Victorian Andrews state government claim that brumbies cause damage to the environment, which brumby advocates do not agree with. I think it's probably a political reason rather than they cause damage. There are very few brumbies actually left in the wild. In Bogong High Plains, there's about 60 brumbies, 65 wild living brumbies, and they are bloodline descendants of our war horses. So brumbies hold strong cultural value for all Australians. Horses came to this country when it was colonised, and what we have now living in the wild, the horses that were released and evolved over time, they've actually been living in the wild in the national parks well before national parks were declared, and they are part of the environment. They're part of ecological biodiversity. What we have is what many people call a woke brigade, who prefer to see our Anglo history crushed. And whilst we must be really very consciously aware of Australian history and what's important now, we cannot allow our own, 7-generational history to be crushed. The Silver Bromby books, Ellen Mitchell books, The Man from Snowy River. At the moment, the Andrews government have announced a plan that is not in keeping with current management plans. They haven't followed Section 48 and 49 of the National Parks Act, which actually requires them to publish an amended plan, to publish it for to release it to the public, and for it to be open for public submission. Now, the majority of the community do not want our brumbies shot. I can assure you of that. In a poll in 2021, 91% of people do not want Victorian brumbies shot. I drafted a bill for legislation, which I delivered to the Andrews government last year, Lily D'Ambrosio. There was a rally that we held outside her office. It was delivered to her office. I've not heard a word. I've asked for many appointments. A copy of that is with the Shadow Minister. It's a draft. I think for long-term protection of brumbies, we need legislation, because legislation will outlive any management plan, and it's management plans that can be manipulated to the point it's actually an amendment. They have amended the management plan, and I'm fighting that at the moment. It's contrary to model codes of practice to undertake certain activities, which includes culling during foaling season for obvious reasons. So those are the issues that have nothing to do with the current management plans, and that's what the Andrews government would like to achieve, and we're opposed to it. So you've asked me a short question and you got a very long answer.
Yeah, here. Do you want to stick? Hang on.
Thank you for watching my video. As well as these videos, I'm also creating an education resource platform called True Arrow Academy of Critical Thinking, or TACT for short. TACT will be an alternative education resource platform that's non-woke and non-indoctrinating, with each lesson being a potential turning point in a young learner's understanding on a range of important topics. TACT will evolve into many hundreds of animations and filmed lessons written, run and influenced by an exceptional mix of academic heavyweights teaching against the grain, with lessons encouraging open discussion, critical thinking and debate. TACT's duty of care is to arm and shield youth against modern, subversive, mainstream education. Supporters will be the lifeblood of TACT. If you would like to support this project, let's build this together at givesendgo.com/TACT. Thank you so much.